Hello friends, this is Saurabh here, back again at Progressive Coder. Are class components in React really dead? It might seem like that with the growing popularity of functional components and especially after the introduction of React hooks. But I honestly feel that class components still have a lot to offer in the React ecosystem. And that is the reason why React itself has not removed support for class components. Reason number one, most of the old code which is being written in React still uses class components heavily. And second thing, I still feel that despite the addition of state capabilities in the functional components, whenever you have a large amount of state to be handled, class components is still the best way to go forward. In this video, my goal is to just have a brief intro of class components and how you can quickly write one and how it is not that cumbersome as well. If you haven't liked or subscribed to this channel as yet, I would request you to please subscribe to Progressive Coder, and also don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified as soon as I upload a new video. So without wasting more time, let's start writing some class components and see them in action. Alright, so time to look at class components. We have this small application. Our app component is currently blank. I'll just create another class component really quickly and I'll just name it my first class component.js, and I'll just put the statement import React from React, and then I'll declare the class. So class components are basically ES6 classes, and with the start of ES6, React introduced class components and they became the de facto way of building or writing components in React. Class component should always have a render method, so we'll put one, and this render method is going to return some JSX. In this case, it will simply be a message like so. And finally, we are going to export this component. And then we have to basically import this component in our app component. So we don't need hooks over here, so I will just simply make it import React from React, and then within this we can simply return that component. So as you can see, the import statement was automatically generated by VS Code, and this is the component that we have written. So let's save it, and our compilation has gone through successfully. And if we go to our browser and click on localhost 3000, we can see our first class component being rendered successfully. So this message is coming from over here. Now I can definitely understand that this is not a very useful component, right? Just displays one message, but usually components require you to exchange props between the parent and child component. So how do you do that over here? So let's assume that we have a prop coming from the parent component, and that will be a message, and we will be using object restructuring to basically get that message from the properties, and we are going to use that message over here in our JSX code. So we are assuming a message will come. It will be in the props object, and we are using object restructuring to take it out and then rendering it. In the app component, we have to pass that message my first class component using props, and let's save it. And if we go to our React component and refresh, we can see the message being rendered properly. My first class component using props. So basically our parent component is passing the message variable, and that is being rendered by our class component. And that's how you handle props in your class components. Now props and all are fine, but that's not the main reason why we use class components in the first place. The main purpose of class components is to have state management capabilities within your React components. And let's see how we can do that in this class component. So first of all, we will get rid of this props over here. We don't want it. And we can also get rid of the message over here and this as well. And what we are going to start off is with a constructor. And we are going to call the super constructor, and then we will have a state variable in this case, and that's the message variable, and that will be blank initially. And inside our JSX we are going to put out a small piece of HTML. So state management demo is the title, and then we can have an input object over here. The value of this will come from our state.message. Type is text, and onChange is this dot onChange. So we are going to call a function, and we are also going to display the message as part of our HTML paragraph tag, like so. Now we have to define this onChange function. So onChange function is going to take an event, and it is going to set state message. It is going to set the message variable with event.target.value. So basically the value is going to come from the event that will be triggered. So basically it is going to have the input value that user enters, like so. And I think I missed a parenthesis over here. So basically we are updating the object, and then we have to simply bind this method with the context for this class using this statement. So basically we are binding the onChange function over here with this class so that it can be invoked like this over here. And with this, our component is done. If we visit our page, we can see the state management demo, and we can then try typing something. This is state management demo, and you can see the message being displayed over here. So our state change is being registered, and it is also updating the text box as well as the paragraph tag. So both the places the update is happening fine using this state component. And this is how you write class components in React. So we have looked at the normal class components without any kind of properties. Then we have the props demo, and finally we have also looked at how a state can be handled in a class component. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified as soon as I upload a new video. Till then, have a nice day everyone. Goodbye.